Hello everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how to quickly change a mountain bike inner tube. And so I have my bike over here. I bought this bike used, and apparently both inner tubes are bad, and I just did one ride flat. The front tire just started going out, going flat, and the rear tire starts to leak like super slowly. So over 3 days it just leaked all the air out. So what I have here is a Continental inner tube. I use this tube quite a lot for my road bike and as well as for my mountain bike. The tube is actually very versatile because it fits tire width from 1.75 all the way to 2.5 inch. So it should fit most of the mountain bike tubes perfectly fine. And this is a pre-start valve, so 42 millimeter, which is long enough to be protruding out, so it's not gonna be too short for that it's not gonna be able to reach out of the rim. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and start really quick, show you guys the steps. So of course you want your bike, especially if it's a rear tire, you'll want to get the thing out of the gearing, which is again not that hard. Most of the mountain bike nowadays have quick release, so let's see. So basically, quick release, you just loosen up one side of the quick release and somehow just turn it counterclockwise just a little bit, so it have more rooms to play around with, and then you can simply just wiggle the tire out. And I wear a glove because I don't want my hand to get dirty on the chain. But this is how you take out the rear tube, which is the rear wheel, which is really easy. All those cassettes are attached, and this is a disc lock, which doesn't really make difference. If you have a V-brake from one of those older mountain bikes, simply just loosen the brake a little bit, and then you'll be able to get the wheel out. Okay, so I'm gonna put the bike to the side, just let it sit here. I'm gonna focus on the tube right here. As you can see, the tire is actually also worn quite a lot, so eventually I'm going to be replacing the outer tube. I'll do a video on that later on if I'm ever going to do it. So of course, get rid of the old tube, which is letting most of the air out as well. Just make it flat, and loosen the washer and take the washer out. And next step is you'll want to remove the exterior, the outer tire, the actual tire. You will need 2 tire levers to do that. All different kinds of tire levers will do the job just fine, but some does it slightly better. You'll want a tire lever that's actually more flat. So I have 2 kinds. So this one is actually from Park Tool. I use this on my road bike a lot, but it doesn't really work as well for the mountain bike because it's a little bit too thick to be used to pry this open. And I'm just gonna use those slimmer ones. This is actually from Goodyear. It's like when you buy the tire, they give you a tire lever, which is really nice. Okay, so you're gonna somehow, some tires are easier to take out than others, but what you're gonna do is just pry it from one side, and it's gonna see, you can already see the inner side of the rim. So what you're gonna do is just have one of those levers and do it from the opposite direction of the valve. Okay, so do it from here, which should be the easiest, and you're just gonna pry this and have the hook over here in this direction and just go in and fish it out like so. And when you fish it out, usually on the other side there's a little hook. You can hook it onto the spoke, and then this is your first step on prying open the tube, the outer tube. Next step, you're gonna need another one. This one, instead of going in, you go out, and all you have to do is just do this. Just fish everything out, going in a circular motion, and eventually the tire is just gonna pop out. Let's see, does that like so. When it pops out, the other one just naturally fall off. And so this, you're already pretty much like 80% done taking everything out. And next step is fishing the inner tube out. You want to let more air out so it's easier to take out. I'm just emptying the air, and then just simply grab the inner tube out like so, right here, and just get rid of this one because it's bad. And I mean, you can always just preserve the inner tube, because the rubber, you never know. Sometimes you just need some extra, like a washer, or you want to secure something on your handlebar. Those tubes works pretty good. So it still got some use. So I'll just save a few pieces around just in case you want some sort of like a rubber damping on your bike. And also works great on the chainstay as well to prevent the chain from hitting your chainstay. Okay. So with the tube out and one side out, the next step is like, couldn't be any more easier. You just figure your own way to get the tire off the tube, off the wheels. And next step, we're gonna be installing the inner tube. So you actually don't have to take that tire out. I did it too quick, but you can just leave the tire in, like half of the rim on half of the edge inside the rim. And when you put the new tubing, I'm going to show you guys in the next step. Okay, so here's the outer tire. Basically I'm gonna install it reverse direction, and you have to make sure to notice the rotation direction of the tire, because a lot of times mountain bike tires are directional. So figure out the correct rotation, and just install it in the reverse order. So the very first thing you want to do is actually just get one edge of the tire onto the rim, and basically all I do is just wriggle around, and eventually I'll be able to get, you know, one side in the rim. Again, depending on tires, some tires are super hard to get in, and this one is actually pretty easy. As you can see, like I already put, you know, one side in the rim. Again, on those really hard ones, you just got to use some more force. Okay. So next step, you have your inner tube ready right here. It's pretty flat. I usually pump it up just a little bit, because if it's too flat, it might pinch when you actually install it. And it comes with, of course, the cap's already there, and you're gonna loosen the washer, or take it off actually. And so install it in the reverse order, and you want to lose the top of the valve just a little bit so the air can go in. Okay, next, find your pump right here, and just pump some air in so it's not super flat. Okay, you want to keep it in a round shape, and it also wants to be fairly soft. Okay, so something like that. And then you can always let out more air if it's really hard to put back onto the wheels. Okay, but this should be fine. I'll show you guys. Okay, so the installing of the tire, of course, the very first thing is you're gonna line it up with where the valve goes in. So right here, and you just pry this on the other side, and then simply just drop your tire in there, and make sure it's kind of aligned. You don't want it to be like kind of offset, which might make it easier to pinch the tires and damage the valve area. So when you have it in, just wrap your whole tire around the whole tube around the outer tire, and just basically just like hide your tire inside the outer tire. And then of course the last step is simply just get the other side of the rim into the other side of the tire into the rim. So it's really easy to tuck it in when you have correct amount of air, which is not too much and not too little. And so once it's installed in here, make sure you get the right here, make sure you get the washer and put the washer on. That's the first thing I would do. Not so tight yet, just leave it on there, kind of like hang loose over here. And then Next step is carefully get the other side of the tire into the rim. So you always want to start from the valve side. So that's the reverse order of taking off a tire. Installing tire, you always want to start at the valve side and work your way to the other end. So I usually work from two sides of the valve. I do one side a little bit, and then I do the other side a little bit. And then once it passes the half point, it doesn't really matter that much. I just try to get everything inside. And again, depending on your tire, it's easy to just get this end in there, or it's really hard. Let's see if this one is easy or not. Yep, fairly easy. As you can see, no effort. So what if you have a tire that's like super hard to get in? At the very end, you have to use one of those more flat tire levers, and you're gonna just basically pry it again and just send it in there, like slowly send it in there, and then in the very end you can pry it a little more and just kind of drag it into the wheel from the opposite direction. And that's what you do with some of the really tough tires. But obviously this one is being used quite a lot, and it has loosened up quite a lot, so it's really easy to change the tube. So as you can see, the tube changing is complete, and the next step is actually pumping in the air and just give it a road test. Make sure it doesn't leak air overnight, and you should be golden. Okay, so I'm gonna loosen up the valve mouth and get some air in there. And always inflate to manufacturer's recommended tire pressure. So one thing you need to be really careful of is, again, to avoid the inner tube getting pinched by the tire when you're actually installing it. So that's why you want to inflate the inner tube just a little bit so it stays nice and flat, like inside on the outer edge of the tire. And that's what I always do. I never had problem with tires get pinched, and so that's my tip that I want to share with you guys as well. So I'm leaving at 40 psi, and should be complete. So again, I want to show you guys. Look at the tire. It's actually slightly offset from the center, and this is what you actually want to avoid when you install the tire. And I did a bad example, and I think this is a good time to show you guys. Make sure it's lined up really good. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm just gonna deflate it again and try to make it straight. Okay. So I can just wiggle around and make sure it's lined up straight, and then I'm gonna inflate again. So that looks like it's kind of straight, and I'm gonna do it again. Just go ahead and re-inflate. There we go. Nice and straight. And of course, in the end, close the valve, and your installation is complete. Okay, so take a look again. It's nice and straight. Okay, so that's also really important to make sure your tire doesn't get pinched or damaged. And with that said, we're gonna install it back onto the bike, which exact reverse order. So we're gonna have my bike a little bit closer. So right over here. And to put it in there, it's really important to make sure the thing goes over past this gear, and it's really easy once it passes gear to just simply drop the wheel into the bike. Okay, I'll show you guys. Hopefully it shows up. Let's see. So I usually just lift this up, and it's really easy now to actually just try to align it over there. And if this thing doesn't go over, just pry it, make sure it goes over this gear. And as you can see, once it goes over that gear, everything else should be easy. Okay, just line it out really nicely over here, drop it in, and correct the the lever tension and then just tighten it, and it's complete. So very nice. Need to adjust my brake just a little bit because it's touching a little bit, but this is how you change the bicycle inner tube. This is on a mountain bike. On a road bike, it's the same thing, except the road bike tires are usually, inner tubes are usually a little bit harder to change because those tires are very hard to take on and take off.